in third practical. Here we will learn how to create the sections, subsections, subsections, paragraph, subparagraph in our document, and how to justify our text in the documents. So it's our third practical, and practical fifth. This is important for the fifth sem students. I will start here by opening the section practice. So you can do this Control N. It will open a new file here. Control N, this one. And now you will first save this by clicking your file and save as. As I already saved it, so you can save it as by your name or by your sections, anything. Suppose I am writing section practice. Section practice first, and because this name is already existing here, so you can save it. So first of all you will save, otherwise it will not compile. So I already opened the file which I already saved. So here I will write this ampersand sign, because this is comment lines. So I am writing my practical nomenclature here first, and then the first practicals. I told you how to generate a simple documents. That was your first practicals, and it is backslash document class square bracket A4 paper comma 12 points and curly bracket, that is braces, and begin documents and end documents. I already told this in your first practical. So first here I want to write the sections. As I told here, I am showing you the syntax again. It's my syntax, this one. This is backslash section and section nomenclature. So I am writing this in my Latex. So first write this line here. This is section, backslash section, curly bracket. I gave the name of my section as our practical name, that is practical V B Mat 507, as it is our practical. And this course contains two components, problem solving and practical using Latex software. So you have to done the problem solving and various practical records in your notebook. So I compile it, going to quick build and compiling. So this section is generated here. If you want to find the table of contents, you have to add some commands before in the environment document class and begin document. I'm not doing that here. So you can leave the space here, and if you don't leave the space here, again you got the same result as this is section. So it will automatically generate this one line space here because you gave here the backslash section command. Now I want to write the subsection for this. As my practical contains two parts, that first is problem solving A part. So for this I will write backslash subsection, subsection. In your Latex, these commands automatically appear. So I am clicking this. There is star sign. As I told, star means it will not nomenclature it. So I will practice it. Before this, first I generate the subsection for the given section. So this is subsections. So I am writing backslash subsection, subsections, backslash problem solving part A. In this you have done the various practicals. There are 8 practical also. There are also 8 practical, sorry. So this is my section. As you see in your screen on the right hand side, you can change the font size, this one, by clicking this 100%. If you want to change 125%, it is bold out. Otherwise you can do as this. Okay, so it shows 1.1, that is problem solving. So this is my section and 1.1 is the subsection of this. I further want to the subsection of this one, that is problem solving part B, and this is by Latex. So I'm writing it here, Control X. So this is the subsection of this section, practical 5th B Mat 507. So you will write all this in the environment of this section. This is my section. Okay, so subsections, problem solving part B, Latex practical. I'm not writing here paragraph because I did not tell it yet now. After telling, I will give the modification here. Okay, so when I compile it, the result of compilation is, this is first section, its subsection is 1.1 and its subsection, second subsection is 1.2. So here the name is 1.2. Okay, and there is subsections, means in problem solving part B we have solved practical first, that is the simple practical, how to save the file in Latex software, and the second practical was that is title, create a title, and the third is to practice section and subsections. These are our further practicals for the this part B. Okay, so I have already written here, so I'm copying it. So the syntax for this is, you will write here backslash subsection, yani sub sub. When you write here, this will appear on your screen. So subsection, and here you will write the you can eliminate it. So this is the syntax to write the subsection. So what it will do, it will create here 1.2.1. You can see after compile it here from the quick build, so this will appear here. Suppose you want to write the second practical, I already wrote this. So this is second practical. So Control X. Again you will write the backslash subsection. So it will create this. Here you can write all the material. For example, I already wrote this in my material I providing you. So in this way you can create the sections, that is practical first section, its subsection is 1.1, its subsection second is 1.2, and 1.2 contains the various subsections, that is 1.21 and 1.22. Okay, so this is the how to you generate the section and subsections. As I told that there are the two ways, I will show it again. There are two ways. The second is when the entry is not in table of content, or you can say that numbering is not there. So for this you will put this symbol asterisk on at the end of section name. For example, let us see how to do this. For example, this is our practical next. Otherwise you can do this here also, no need to write this. Suppose you will put asterisk here, so it will eliminate this one. This numbering is not there. It will write the practical 2, create a document to write code, but this numbering is not appear here. Let us compile it. You can see here. But here I'm finding that this following and this practical, they are starting from the beginning. Okay, because in built in your Latex there is an alignment. Justification is there. This is left and right, justify both. But I want to disturb this justification. For this you have to practice some commands. So next paragraph is to create a new paragraph. First new paragraph, and then there is a need of justifications. So a paragraph is ended by one or more completely blank lines or two blank backslash lines. ठीक है, देखिए आपको मैं ये बताती हूँ इसमें. In this, suppose this line is here, okay, and here you are pressing here space. So your output, there is no difference in the output, but if you create a blank line, this one, so your following will start with the new line, this one. You can see the difference in your output. Here there is a tab. So in this way you can start a new paragraph in your LaTeX document. I am saying these lines here. A paragraph is ended by one or more completely blank lines or two backslash lines. Now you can see the difference by putting a blank line. This is the output when I put this blank line. If in place of this blank line, if you are putting here two backslash, in that case this tab is not here. It will start with the beginning. This following is starting from the beginning. So this two backslash line will start your text from the beginning. And if you want some new paragraph, in that case there is one blank line. If you put two blank line and one backslash, so there is a difference here. You can see your output. So this is the how you generate a paragraph in your LaTeX document. So I am not putting it here, I am writing it as is because you want to write this article in your practical book. Okay. Now I am writing all this. So you can write a star sign. Star means you are not numbering your subsections. Suppose in exam it is asked to write a subsections and it is not numbered. In that case you have to tell the syntax how to write this in your LaTeX. But just you will put an asterisk on the section. Okay, so in this way you can create your sections. So this is the half of the practical you have completed here. Now let us take the second part, that is paragraph and subparagraph. Okay, so I already told the paragraph. I create a new section for this so that it will appear on your practical book also. So I have created a new section, that is backslash section, and I gave this nomenclature as center paragraph practice. You can just say here paragraph practice. No need to write the center. Section, okay, section paragraph practice. So first we learn how to write the syntax for the creating a new paragraph. We are already familiar with this. So first let us take some commands to create the paragraph. These are the two commands. The first is backslash paragraph curly bracket start. Okay. So by default, before justifications, I need how to generate the paragraph. First we will do this, then we will do the justification in your LaTeX. So you can do the paragraph by putting a single blank line or two backslash lines. And another way is to insert this command. This is backslash paragraph curly bracket start. Let us practice in LaTeX. I already wrote this paragraph. I am changing the font size, the space of my window. If I put this word paragraph, before let us check without putting this, if I write this line here, these three lines, if I compile it, the output is appear starting from the just below the two, left justification, right justification, justified text is appearing on your right hand side, second box. So if I put here this paragraph, so it will generate this line. Instead of 2, it will appear just below the paragraph practice word. You can do this by putting a space here. Suppose you are putting this blank line here, so automatically, no effect, so you can change it here. Suppose you are putting a blank line before by default paragraph, so it will generate the by default as a paragraph, this one here. So you can, if you want to, this a paragraph is ended by one or more, this line should start as your by default, so you will use the command \paragraph. This line braces here, and so this if you use this, there are various ways to indentations, but in our syllabus this is paragraph and subparagraph is here. So automatically a paragraph, this text is started just below the, just right shifted to 2. Okay, now if you want to eliminate this by default line just above, so disappear this blank line here. If you compile it now, by default will appear just after the lines. So this is the use of how to make your paragraph in your text. Sometimes there is a large text, in that case we need of this. So you can write the subparagraph practice also. Just by default sorry. So I am writing this subparagraph here. So you can use \subparagraph, and by applying this, your line appear here. If you want to bold this text here, so just you can write, if you take this subparagraph outside this one, so it will not appear as bold. This is a simple sentence, but if you want that this subparagraph word should be bold, so you can use it here under the braces, so it appears as a bold. This is just for the practice. We will use only the simple subparagraph. Automatically the lines are appear here. Now we will practice the justifications. As you see in the output, our PDF generated here. This line started from this tab, and this here on the right hand side, the margin of the paper is equal. Okay, so this is the justified text here. If I want to change the justifications, we have the 3 ways to do this. First we read the syntax, and then we will apply that syntax into in this Latex to create our document. Okay, so the paragraph justification is there. So there are the 2 ways. The one is flush left, flush right, and then the centering environment. If you would like to typeset an unjustified paragraph, there are 3 ways to write this. That is, you want to your whole document is shifted to left. In that case, you will use the flush left environment, and you want your text should be right justified, then you have to use flush right environment. And if you want your document is center justifications, in that case we will use the center environment commands in Latex. So first of all, you should remember the syntax. The syntax for this is you can use the \begin and \end. When you start the begin command, you should always write the end command, and the syntax for this is these lines. You will write your text between this environment, begin and end. This is line 1, this is line 2, and this is syntax. So in my practical book, if you want to write the code of every command, so in that case, to justifications of your text in the flush left side, so you will use this command here. Let us practice this in LaTeX. What happened? Actually, I wrote in place of line 1 and line 2 my documents, this one by default paragraph. I write here in this screen, this is justify text. It is started from the leftmost and equal margin on the right hand side. If I wrote this whole text in place of line 1 and line 2 and compile it in the LaTeX environment, the output will appear like this. Here you can see the difference. This text is left justified. It is started from the leftmost, and on the right hand side this justification is disturbed. So this is the way you can justify your text in the LaTeX. Let us run this in LaTeX environment. I write a simple line here. You can write any line which you want to justify. So I am just practicing the left justification here. So if you want to place a single line blank here, you can do this. It will show your line just after one space here. If you press quick build, it will compile and your output appears like on the right hand side. You can see here your text is left justified. If you want to make it right justified, again its code is same. In place of flush left, you will just write the flush right. It will take your text just on the right hand side of your document. This is right justify text, and this will appear on the right side. If you want this environment begin flush left and begin flush right, I wrote it here. This is for the more text. If you want only the one alphabet or one name, just want to disturb the justification of LaTeX, you can use it as a single line, as I use in my LaTeX document. This line, just flush left, left justified. Suppose you are submitting your practical to me, then you will write here submitted to. In that case, this will appear on the left hand side. You can see here, and suppose you are the student and you want to submit your documents, so you want to write your name on the right hand side, so you can write this is submitted by on the, this text will appear on the right hand side. So you can omit this one because just I wrote this one, this line only for the practice. So write it here. Just I wrote earlier because in the practical I told this the same thing. So right here just left justify. Okay, now we are practicing the right justification. You can see the code here for right justified. Again the code is same, but in just you will replace flush left with the flush right, and the things, the text you want to write here, that will be written on the line 1, line 2 and so on. Okay, if you make the same document and you compile it, this above paragraph will appear like this. There is justification on the right hand side, justification is disturbed on the left hand side. So in this way you can justify your text in your document. So here I write only the single line. This is right justify, and I place it here, and this appear on the screen like this. You can make your document as a center justify, and there are 3 ways to do this. out of them one is in our syllabus. You should know all the three. That's why I'm telling here. The center environment allows us to create a paragraph consisting of lines that are centered within the left and right margin on the current page. For example, I have done this here. The same paragraph I gave this command, and this paragraph appears like this. This is center alignment is here, and the left margin there's right margin, and the whole text is centralized here. So this is the way you can do the centering in your document. According to the need, we can use any of these syntax. The first way is backslash begin curly bracket center, and line 1 line 2 contain the content we want to write in the Latex environment. The second way is centering. I will show what effect is of backslash center curly braces and what is the centering. Centering is used just for creating your title page or in tables. We will practice more in coming practicals in this SEM as well as in the next SEM. So I am just writing the command to make your text as centering. So for this I have created new sections. So you need not to write this new section because we already practiced this making your sections. After you should write everything before the end document. If you write anything after end document, it will not compile. If you compile, it will not appear on your PDF file. So you need not to write the centering here. If you want to center environment, if you want to show that you are writing here center, so you can just here backslash paragraph. It will appear just right side. So I am compiling it. So this shows the center environment. So how to do this centering? Let us check. Suppose this is not here. So your output is like this. It will start from the beginning and there is margin here. But if you write the whole content, this text inside this justifications, that is center justification, this line here, if you put the backslash here, then you are writing this line and putting then backslash here. I wrote the meaning of this justification in the line so that it will help you in practical file. This one. So the center environment allows you to create a paragraph consisting of lines that are centered within the left and right margin on the current page. After putting this inside this center environment, your output is like this. I can show your output in the bold way. This is your environment structure. This is your source. I think it is appearing now. And if you want to see what are your output, you can see your output here. You can change the font size appearance here by clicking on the percentage sign. So it's your output. Okay, if you want to any one line to center end of justifications, your completion of your document, you can write backslash center end of the justifications. You can write here end of the program, end of practical, end of practice. Anything you can write, it will appear on the end of your program. Now there is one more thing, that is center. If you put this center command without braces, here we wrote everything in the brace, we got that this is appear in the center. Suppose if you put this center command in the beginning, what happened? It may ask in examination ki what happened if you put your center command in the beginning. This center command make your whole content in the format of centering. You can see the difference. If I show you, your output becomes like this. If I put the centering just in the beginning of the here in the line number 9 center, the whole content, whole text is justified as center. Your first practical, this left alignment is appear on the center of your page, then subsection is in the middle, everything is appear in the middle, instead of your justification that you put in the left justified, right justified, because here you gave the instructions. This left justified word is appear in the left side. If I don't have this left justification word here, then it is also appear in the center of the page. So this is, in this way you can make the justification in your document using flush left, flush right environment. So we will not write this. We will not write this in our practical. So I am eliminating this, and you can write this one. This is your code to write in the practical book. So you write in the first practical this one on the right hand side, and all the syntax I told here in the PDF file. These are the syntax. This is center syntax, and suppose you want the flush left syntax. So this is the syntax. I wrote it here for you. So you can just before writing the practical, you can also, you should write these codes with their nomenclature. This one, and it's your syntax for typeset left justifications. So you should first write all these syntax and then write the practical, because your practical heading is create a document to write a code of using backslash section command, backslash double subsections, backslash subsections, backslash paragraph, and all this. So first you will write a single syntax line for all these commands, and then you will write this document in your practical left hand side. The output is like this. I am showing you the output of this program. I will write this code in the comment box also. In views, sorry, comment box meaning views में, ठीक है? तो it will help you. I will first compile it again, because here is center justifications. You will write this code here. Okay. Here we have done the section formulations, subsection formulations, sections formulation by numbering, and here practical to create a document. This line is due to this syntax. I wrote a star here, that's why this numbering is not there. Okay, so this is the subsections, and there is paragraph practice, how to write paragraph, starting subparagraph, left justification, right justification, and center justification. So this is your output. I hope it is clear to all of you. If you want more lecture, please write in the comment box so that I will prepare the for practical for you. Okay, thank you so much.